Out of Australia, one of the goaltenders for the Steele County Blades is Nick Mizen. So you're a long way from home. Have you been able to get home at all since the season began? Any trip down under?
No, I was gonna, like, this year. It's just so much money to get home. I was gonna go to Spain for Worlds this year, and then that just fell through money wise. So I ended up just staying here for the whole season.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with the internet capabilities and this and that and FaceTime and those kind of things, do you do that sort of thing to stay in touch with home at all?
Yeah, me and my old man will speak about once a week, maybe twice, depending on what's going on. But yeah, we'll stay in touch throughout the week and text and that, and he'll be up to date with what's going on. He likes to know about the weather a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because like we're in a pretty heavy heat wave down there. Like it's like 40 Celsius, which is probably about maybe 105 Fahrenheit, maybe.
Okay.
And they're just getting swamped.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and we've had some really cold days here. What do you prefer?
I actually like the snow. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, winter here is fun, and I'm a redhead, so it's good to keep me out of the sun. Don't want to get sunburned.
All right, yeah, not too much of a problem with that during winter here in Minnesota. As far as the season goes, what are you enjoying most about playing with Steele County Blades?
I know, it's like we're having an awesome year, and like definitely like the boys, we're all so close, so that's really fun. And like when we're rolling, it's just like it's awesome. Everyone's on high, and even when we get into a little trouble, like everyone just sticks together. There's no clashing or any of that, so it's been good.
Okay, and talk about how the goaltenders work together that way. Then between yourself and Mike and Tim, all you guys want to play. You got to be there for each other. So what's the relationship like for goaltenders on a hockey team?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like Mike and Tim are like, I don't know, they're two really good goalies. I'd put them up there in the top goalies in the league. And so like I've just been in more of a support role this year, and I've bought into that, and it's gone really well. So like as long as we're rolling, and everyone has the same goal in mind, like we're just gelling and we just keep going.
There's kind of a belief that goaltenders are a little bit off center, a little bit different. Are there any things that any of you guys do that you can share that is a little different, or is that a myth that goalies are a little different than your average hockey player?
I know. I spend most of my summer surrounded by goalies at goalie camps, so there is truth to that. The goalies are pretty weird. I reckon we're three decently normal goalies. I know I like to crack jokes, but I might get in there as the weird one of the bunch.
Okay.
But I know, yeah, for the most part, we're not doing any weird, crazy superstitions or any of that.
When it's your call to play a game, when it's your game to play, what do you do to get ready? What is your game prep like when you're in a play as opposed to being the backup that night?
I know when you're in a backup, you just don't want to be like, you don't want to be in anyone's way. You don't want to be like, you want to make sure you're prepared, but you also don't want to do anything like you might be a little disappointed that you're not getting the go that night, but at the same time you don't want to be bringing anyone down. Like getting the win is the main focus. When I'm starting that night, really you just want to stay focused. You don't want to lose sight of the task at hand. I just like to make sure that my head's in the right place. I'm not thinking about anything that will distract me. It's just the job we're trying to get done.
Again, most recent games as we're talking would have been a 4-game weekend sweep, a win over River Falls, and then the 3 straight wins over Detroit. Mm-hmm. In some of those games against Detroit, the Fighting Irish didn't get a lot of shots on net. How do you stay in the zone, stay in a game if you're not seeing the puck a lot?
Yeah, I definitely had trouble with that in the second period. Like the first period, I got some pretty high scoring chances against, but I think I had maybe 11 shots in the first, and I could keep a rhythm going. But in the second, I only had 5, and I gave up 2 of them. And so it becomes a bit of a challenge to make sure that you're in there. So like every shot you can get, you can be on top of that. But I finished strong, and when the boys needed me to bail them out, I reckon I was there to keep it tight before they got rolling, and we just kind of blew them out a bit. But yeah.
The season is coming to an end here pretty soon. Playoff time is coming up. What are a couple of keys for the team to continue to have success, move on in the playoffs?
Really, it's just like, we have a really good system in place. I reckon all the boys are bought into it, and it's just, making sure that, it's a team first mentality. Like once we get into playoffs, it's not that anyone is in this mindset, but stats are out the window. It's just, you're just there for the win. So as long as everyone's there for the team first goal, I reckon we can go far.
playing in Owatonna, what are you enjoying about the community and getting to know the people, or some of the meet the players nights where you do get really a great chance to chat with the fans and the kids that are here to watch you guys play and maybe are hockey players themselves? What are you enjoying about being here and that part of it?
Yeah, Owatonna it's a pretty cool little town. It's definitely, for a junior team, like the best atmosphere I've been in with community engagement. We did a lot of community service, which was good fun, and then it shows like the fans definitely give it back when they come out and support us.
And then I know I asked you about this when I chatted with you earlier this season, back in October, I think, but just a background of your hockey. How does a guy in Australia get involved in hockey, and then how do you become a goaltender? What part of that game interested you?
No, really, it was just like it's really chance playing hockey in Australia. Like I went to a birthday party, and then just through a trail of events got stuck in hockey, and then just goaltending. Told a fun story before, but really, like, I don't know, I enjoy the pressure of it. It's fun, and really it's almost like playing a separate sport within the sport. Like it's two completely different games. You have a different mindset approaching it, and I don't know, I reckon that suits me the best. Like, it would be fun getting the big goals, but a big save, it flies under the radar a bit, and I like that.
All right. Well, as you say, kind of a backup role, but when you've been in there, you've been doing extremely well. A great record on the season, a great season rolling here for Nick Mizen out of Newcastle, Australia. I appreciate the time. Good luck, continued success.
All right, thank you.